Well, he was in this dope spot, and I know it was the homies because this girl let him in. They tied her and hung her, tied her up and hung her. And then while he was in the back asleep on his stomach, they aimed through the 45 clip to the back of his head and took everything off. So, and he had just turned 24. And I was 19. I said, if they're going to do that to Teaspoon and so many others, I don't have a choice. I mean, who am I? So I told myself at the age of 19, I was going to die just like Teaspoon a week after my 24th birthday. So I said, if I got 5 years left on this earth, I would become an urban legend for my vicious, bloodthirsty, devilish, and demonically monstrosity, humanoid-like acts of violence. And that's the life I set out for. So the picture that you see of me, if you do see me as when I was a gang member, that according to my thoughts, that's a picture of a dead man walking. So a week after my 22nd birthday, they just called me Big RoboCop. I was from a gang called Centerview Power, borderline Carson and Compton. I jokingly say, a guy was like, for real, Big Robo, you gonna tell me when you gonna leave? Because little do you know, I already ordained you. You know, Jeremiah chapter 1 and 5 says, I knew you before I created you, and I ordained you before you left your mother's womb. So according to that scripture, that picture of that guy with the hat with those pigtails coming out the side of his head, that's a picture of an ordained chaplain. If you would have told me that back then, I'd be an ordained chaplain, now a documented gang expert studying becoming a defense attorney. I would have said, Doc, whatever you, matter of fact, I would have said, Blood, whatever you've been drinking or smoking, you need to stop because you're hallucinating. So a week after my 22nd birthday, I just read the scripture matter of fact, July of last year. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 4. It says, Beloved, you are no longer in darkness, as it will surprise you like a thief. I'm standing there one day, a week after my 22nd birthday, drinking a 40 with my homeboys. And literally, God snatched that powerful spirit off me so fast. I looked around for several seconds. I didn't know where I was at. I would never forget, I said to myself, I'm looking at my homeboys and looking at the street called Walnut, and I said to myself, what am I doing here? Literally, I had no idea where I was at. I had to remind myself I was Big RoboCop from Centerview Power Room. And for the next 4 years, I tried to go back. You'll be surprised on who you're really talking to, because the status that I had, I spoke up on hood politics in hoods that's not mine. You don't do things like that. You either get packed out or worse, you lose your life. I was speaking up on hood politics in other hoods. That's the kind of status I had. But for the next 4 years of my life, from 22 to 26, it just didn't feel right. It was like the B.B. King song, "The Thrill Is Gone." It just didn't, it just didn't have that flow. And then God started using gang members to tell me my time is over. Two of my homeboys was about to fight. And I'm sitting there drinking a beer. They going back and forth, blood this, blood that, and this and that. It squared off. Out of nowhere, one stopped and says, Blood, that ain't the same Robo. The other one said, Blood, I know that ain't the same Robo. And I'm like, Blood, what y'all talking about me for? Y'all about to fight. I'm just enjoying my beer and want to see y'all fight. And another time, me and my homeboy we were over in the Compton area, in this neighborhood called 135 Power Rules. And we get out my car at the liquor store, and he was my little homie. He looked back, he said, Big homie, you shouldn't even be out here. And he got out my car, and I looked at him like, Blood, what you mean? I got the street creds. I'm the one that's, labeled as a shot caller of the neighborhoods. What you talking about? But God was sending messages through active gang members telling me, the thrill is gone, is over. And officially on November 10th, 1999, after the second to the last attempt of my life, that's when officially I consider myself stop gangbanging, when I got my neighborhood covered on my chest. So again, it wasn't me. It was the Almighty. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4 said, Beloved, you are no longer in darkness, as it will surprise you like a thief. So that's how I stopped gangbanging.